Very good morning, students, and Jai Hind. I am Adesh with my subject accountancy. Chapter number 2, basic accounting terms, and topic is also basic accounting terms. In basic accounting terms, yesterday we have covered 5 topics. That was business transactions, the characteristics of business transactions, accounts, capital, drawings, and liabilities. We were on the topic of liability. So liability we have discussed in yesterday class. The liabilities are of two type: internal liabilities and the external liability. Internal liability is the owner liability. It means whatever the contribution has done by the owner by his own, that is the internal liability. And whatever the amount has taken by borrow from the outsider, and that amount is again invested into the business, so that thing is a external liability. So there was that type of liability was discussed in last class. Today we are going according to schedule 3rd Company Act 2013. The liabilities also defined on the two bases. So if we are going to discuss the liability, once again, liabilities. Yesterday we discussed what type of liabilities are there, internal or external. But today we will learn liabilities according to Schedule 3rd Company Act 2013. Okay. So liabilities classify under Schedule 3 of the Company Act Companies Act 2013. So according to this, the liabilities are classified on the two bases. So what these bases are: first one is current liabilities, and second is non-current liabilities. Okay, if first topic we cover current liabilities. So what happened in current liability and what is it current liability? The first topic is current liabilities. So current liabilities are those liabilities which we have to pay within a 12 months. Those liabilities which we have to pay within a 12 months. We can say the liabilities is payable within a 12 months. It comes under the current liability. So current liability and non-current liability is defined according to the time period. So if according to time period we say about the current liability, so if within a 12 months the amount has to payable, so that liability is a current liability. So current liability is that liquidity means within a cash. Current liability is that liability which is payable within 12 months from the end of the accounting period. Okay, so this is the current liability, which liability we have to pay within a 12 months, and it is payable within a 12 months. Okay, so now second is non-current liabilities. For example, we can write some examples also there for the current liability. For example, some of the current liabilities are creditors, bank overdraft, outstanding expenses, unaccrued incomes, income received in advance, like that, unaccrued incomes, etc. These are the some examples of current liability. But next one is second, non-current liabilities. If we are defining the liabilities according to the time period, so current liabilities are payable within the 12 months, and those liabilities are payable after 12 months. Okay, or we can say more than one accounting period. The liabilities are payable that are the non-current liabilities of the business. Okay, so whatever the liability are payable more than 12 months or more than one accounting period. For example, bank loan. Bank loan is provide loan more than 1 year or more than 2 years. So that's why bank loan always comes under the non-current liability. And one more thing is there, that may be a short-term loans and long-term loans. If short-term loan are there, so these loans will come under the current liability, and if there are long-term loan specified, the loans are specified, there are long-term or a short-term. Short-term will comes under the current liability. If they have defined it is a long-term loan, so then it will come under the non-current liability. If nothing is mentioned in front of the loan, there was no short-term and no long-term, so then only loan is specified, so that loan will comes under the non-current liability, and then we will consider that will be long-term loans. So non-current liabilities is that liability which is payable after a period of more than a year from the end of the accounting period. For example, बैंक लोन, डिवेंचर्स, लॉन्ग टर्म borrowings. Etc. These are the some examples of non-current liabilities. Okay, so according to Company Act, these are classified under two bases, that is current liabilities and non-current liabilities. The schedule is followed. The schedule is Schedule 3, Company Act 2013. Okay, before this act, company was followed the Company Act 1956. Okay, but after 1956 some reforms were there, and after that the new Company Act is prepared according to 2013. So these liabilities are classified according to two bases, that is current liability and non-current liabilities. Now the next topic is the second, assets. What are assets? The assets are property of a business. The assets are the property of business. Whatever the business is there, and in that what the properties are invested, what the properties are included to operate and to run that particular business. So whatever the property is invested in that business to run that business properly, so all these investments are the assets of the business. So these investments may be tangible or intangible. Some intangible are there, some whenever we have to take a registration, some copyrights, patents, these things when we prepare related to our business, these are the intangible assets, and some are the tangible, those assets which we can see and touch in our business. Okay, so simply we can say the property of a business is called the assets of the business, and these property may be in two types, intangible and tangible. So according to the definitions, assets are future economic benefit. फ्यूचर इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट मीन्स अगर कोई भी बिल्डिंग या कोई भी फर्नीचर मशीन से अगर हम परचेज करके बिजनेस में इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, तो दे विल नॉट गिव बेनिफिट राइट नाउ, दे विल गिव अस बेनिफिट इन फ्यूचर. इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट they will provide later. Benefits, the rights which are owned or controlled by an organization or any individual. Assets are future economic benefits, they will provide benefits in future. And then the rights which are owned or controlled by an organization or individual, वो इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स जिन पर राइट रखता है कोई भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या कोई भी एक इंडिविजुअल पर्सन, वही उन बेनिफिट, वही इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स को कंट्रोल करता है. वो जो एसेट्स होती हैं, उन एसेट्स से जो इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स होने वाले होते हैं फ्यूचर में, वो एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा, एक इंडिविजुअल के द्वारा उसको कंट्रोल किया जाता है, और वही उसको उस पर राइट रखता है को कंट्रोल करने के लिए. सो सिमिलरली as liabilities were classified different basis, so similarly assets also classified on different basis. So assets can be classified into three bases. What are three bases? Are assets can be classified into different three bases. So first one is non-current assets. Second is current assets, and third one is fictitious assets. Similarly, as current liabilities and non-current liability defined according to the time period, similarly non-current assets and current assets also defined according to the time period. So non-current assets again classified into two bases. Non-current, first point, non-current assets. First, what are these non-current assets? Okay, what are these non-current assets? Then it is also classified into two bases. So non-current assets are those assets which are used in a particular business or invested in a particular business. Those are operated more than one accounting period, and these assets can be converted into the liquidity after a 12 months or after a 1 year. Okay, 1 year or after a one accounting period. Is it clear? So non-current assets are those assets which provide benefits in more than one accounting period, and they can be converted into the liquidity in more than 12 months or one accounting period. Okay, so according to the definition or according to the meaning of non-current assets, so non-current assets are those assets which are held by an entity. Entity means business. All business are a separate entity, so that's why it is held by an entity or enterprise not with the purpose to resell कोई भी एसेट्स है जो रीसेल पर्पस से उसमें इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं की जाती. Not with the purpose of resale, but are held either as investment or to facilitate business operation. Basically, these assets are invested into the business for business operation, not to the purpose of resale. Okay, and these assets, that's why these assets are used more than one accounting period. The non-current assets are those assets which are held by an entity, assets held by an entity or enterprises, not with the purpose to resell, not purpose to resell, but are held either or invest either as investment or to facilitate बिजनेस ऑपरेशन. बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज़ को ऑपरेट करने के लिए जो एसेट्स इंट्रोड्यूस की जाती हैं वो दोबारा रीसेल पर्पस के लिए नहीं रखी जाती. उनको एक बार इन्वेस्टमेंट कर दिया बिज़नेस में और उनको तब तक ऑपरेट करने के लिए यूज़ किया जाता है जब तक वो बिज़नेस में काम करते रहते हैं, जब तक वो ऑपरेट होती हैं. अब नॉन करेंट एसेट्स आल्सो क्लासीफाई इनटू टू बेसिस. ए tangible what are tangible assets? So tangible assets are those assets which we can see and touch. Okay, these tangible assets are classified into two bases, that is which we can see and touch, and those having the physical existence. So tangible assets are those assets which have physical existence. Which have physical existence is that they can be seen and touch. Okay, if one is tangible, so another will be intangible. Okay, so let's see the another assets of the non-current liability, that is intangible. Okay, let's see that assets also. Intangible assets are those assets which we cannot see and touch, and they don't have any physical existence. Okay, for example, goodwill, patents, copyright, trademarks. So these are the intangible assets which we cannot see and which we cannot touch. So intangible assets are those assets which do not have physical existence. Which do not have physical existence is that they cannot be seen and touched. Okay, for example, we can say goodwill, patents, copyright, trademark, computer softwares. So all these are the examples of intangible assets. Now students, next one The assets is current assets. What are current assets? So we can say these assets are basically used in a business to operate that business. किसी भी बिजनेस को ऑपरेट करने से रिलेटेड जो हमारी एसेट्स का इंट्रोडक्शन होता है या इन्वेस्ट की जाती हैं वो हमारी करंट एसेट्स में इंट्रोड्यूस होती हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल कौन से हो सकते हैं? फॉर एग्जांपल गुड्स, स्टॉक, डेटर्स, कैश इन हैंड, कैश एट बैंक, prepaid expenses, accrued incomes. So some of the examples are these which are comes under the current assets, and these assets are basically used to operate the business, to operate the production cycle of the business regularly, and they help into them. Okay, so current assets are those assets which are held by an entity. Entity means business or enterprise, with the purpose of converting them into cash within a short period. Short period means within a 12 months or a accounting period. Is that 1 year? Okay. Current assets are those assets which can be converted into the liquidity within a 12 months or within a one accounting period. So these assets are the current assets of the business. Third point, or the third type of assets are fictitious assets. These are those assets which cannot be converted into liquidity. ये वो एसेट्स होती हैं जिनको हम लिक्विडिटी में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते. ना ही ये हमारी इंटेंजिबल एसेट्स होती हैं, ना ही हमारी टेंजिबल एसेट्स होती हैं. ओके, ओनली दीज एसेट्स आर दोज एसेट्स विच आर रिटन और राइट at the side of asset side for the purpose of return off to the losses or return off to the discounted, whatever discounted is provided by the owner to the investors. Okay, if there is any loss, so those loss will also include in the fictitious assets. Okay, so fictitious assets are not or cannot be converted into the liquidity. So fictitious assets are those assets which are neither tangible neither tangible assets nor intangible. assets. For example, most of the students are confusing fictitious assets only. They can understand easily current assets, non-current assets, tangible or intangible. But mainly students are confused in fictitious assets. So that's why I'm writing the examples. For example, advertisement, expenditure, discount or loss on issue of debentures or shares. Okay, so these are the some examples which are comes under the fictitious assets. Okay students, today liability and assets, both the things we have covered. So you prepare notes regarding these two topics, and in next class we will cover more basic accounting terms. So thank you for today. Thank you.